Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, today we're going to play with some new makeup. One of my orders came in and it was from Sephora, and it's when I ordered the mini size of the Prisme Libre Givenchy loose powder. And I also got a little sample of the new Gucci Eternité Debut. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Foundation. This isn't like a super recent launch, but it's fairly new. I'm also going to use the Victoria Beckham Contour Stylist crayons and the new Mini Travel Chanel bronzer. That is a pretty much reformulated formula because they went ahead and took out the coconut oil. So yeah, not a ton of new makeup, but some makeup nonetheless. So let's get started with seeing if this makeup is as amazing as some people say. Okie dokie, hair is pulled back and we're going to start with foundation. I did already prime my face. I went into my Wet n Wild Serum Primer. This Professional Light. I'm almost done with this. As you can tell, I'm on a mission to pan some products. And this Makeup Forever Hydra Boost. I'm close to finishing this as well. The Professional was for my T-zone and the Makeup Forever was for the perimeters of my face. Skin is nice and prepped. Okay, so this is the little sample I got. I believe it was spent $25 or $35. And I only purchased the Givenchy, was it just that? Yeah, the Givenchy Mini Prisme Libre powder. So this is the Eternité Debut 24-hour full coverage luminous matte finish foundation. I'm sorry if I butchered that. $69 and there's 40 different shades available. So looking at the shade range, I think Gucci got it good. I think. Recently, Jackie Aina posted a video with Nima Tang and they went through some of the most popular foundations and swatched the darkest shade in every single makeup line. It's a very, very informative video, especially when it comes to tan and deep complexions. I feel like unless you are in that category, it's hard to know what they're looking for, and they do talk about that as they're doing the swatches, so I would definitely suggest to go check that out. I enjoyed that video. It was great, and especially seeing Jackie Aina and Nima Tang right next to each other, because you don't think that Jackie Aina is that much lighter than Nima Tang, but when you see them side by side, like, it's crazy the difference, like how much darker Nima Tang is. Yeah, go watch the video. It's a really good video. I'm on the Sephora website. An up to 24-hour foundation with a luminous matte finish and a full coverage in one drop. So it's a matte foundation, but it has that luminous word in front of the matte. Full coverage, and the two highlighted ingredients on here are the hyaluronic acid, black rose oil, oh just kidding, 3, and bamboo powder. So the rose oil boosts and maintains the skin's hydration, along with the hyaluronic acid, and the bamboo powder absorbs shine all day long. All right, so let's get this on my face. Okay, so this has a 12-month shelf life, and where was it made? It was made in Korea. Okay, so here's what the little sample looks like, and it's basically a mini version of what the full bottle actually looks like. I did pick up the shade 220W. They only had like 5 shades available, and the one after this one looked like it was maybe 3 shades darker than what I am right now. I didn't see myself making it work, so I picked up this one, and one of the reviews that I saw, was it Lauren May Beauty? I think so. She did say that it did oxidize a tiny bit, so I'm hoping that's the case and it won't be too super light. I am going to cloud coverage is coming down. Swatch it. There it is. So I think we'll be okay. We'll see. When I swatched it on my hand, was it yesterday or the day before? I went ahead and buffed it out on the back of my hand and it almost turned to like powder. It was interesting and in a good way, not in a bad way. I have a feeling this might have like good containing your oils in properties. I mean, I'll only be able to tell, you know, by wearing it. I did bring a sponge because I'll be doing one side with a sponge and one side with a brush. So let's start with the sponge. This is a Wet n Wild sponge. Ooh, okay, so it feels like it dries down fairly quick. And if you have a foundation that dries down too quick for you, it's okay. Just spray some setting spray on the back of your hand. With a sponge, it's a tiny bit easier because it's damp, so it does help with the blending. But if you're using a brush, just spray some setting spray on the back of your hand. Lightly dip your brush in there. You don't want your brush to be wet. You just want it to be damp, almost like a sponge, and then blend it out. I probably should have only applied one side at a time, but okay, that actually looks very pretty. I see here on the nose, it doesn't want to blend. Okay, I would definitely say that it has a natural finish. On some spots, this ain't blend at all. I'll probably be able to blend this easier with a brush. I'll just have my setting spray ready. Now, I won't be doing a wear test like that I'll include footage of in here, but I will put a note at the end when I'm talking about the Gucci and how it wore. Okay, now this side. So what I do is I grab a setting spray. I'm using the MAC Fix Plus. I spray it on the back of my hand and I dip my brush in here. And it's like a very tiny amount. It's not a ton of it. Once I feel like it's a decent amount of damp, then that's when I spread the foundation. Yeah, so it's a fast drying foundation. Keep that in mind when blending it out, because even on this side with this sponge, I feel like I have a few streaks from where the foundation was applied with my finger. But the brush sprayed and being damp is actually working great. This is the Sonia G Classic base. Definitely a natural kind of finish. And I didn't put a lot, but I feel it looks great. Okay, here's what the base is looking like. I'm really enjoying this Gucci foundation so far. It did lay down just a tiny bit odd on my nose. I don't know if it's just spring, all the blooming of the flowers or whatnot. I've been having a lot of congestion and I've been blowing and touching and all that good stuff. So it is a tiny bit more dry than it normally is. And yeah, but I was able to fix it with the sponge. I just sprayed a tiny bit of MAC Fix Plus, damped it, and then fixed it. That worked great. But like the finish right now of both my foundation and under eyes is looking so natural, like my skin, but better. Like you saw, I used the Natasha Denona concealer in N7. Since it's a newer launch, I decided to wear that today with this Gucci. But yeah, so far so good. Okay, now we're going to jump into some Victoria Beckham Contour Stylus crayons. Oh, and the swatch here, like, it's not coming off. This foundation does set down and dry down, and like I said, it reminds me of powder. Like once it dries down, it reminds me of powder. So if you're somebody who doesn't wear powder, and doesn't have super dry skin. I get the feeling though that with this foundation, if you have dry skin or like peeling, any sort of like cracking or whatnot, I feel like it would probably cling to those areas. Okay, so the Victoria Beckham Contour Stylist retail for $38. I already reviewed these. I just decided to go ahead and include them in this video just because they're new. And I think this is only going to be the third or fourth time that I use them. $38 for this little thing. 0.04 ounces is what you get of product. There's only 4 different shades available. I feel she could have worked on that. And I have 2 out of the 4 travertine or travertine. Let me know how it's pronounced down below. I should probably look it up. And marble. But we're going to go into the lightest shade, which is travertine or travertine. So here is the component. It does feel luxurious. It might not look like much, but it does feel luxurious, in case you are wondering. So I'm just going to use this as a contour for today. And then we're going to use another new product for the cream bronzer. Okay, so I have here my Sigma Soft Blend 60, and we're going to blend this out. And the formula is very creamy, and it does blend out fairly easily and fairly seamlessly. Once I get more color, like I tan a tiny bit more, I won't be able to use this lightest shade. I'll have to use the other one, Marble, but it's okay. I'm just glad I have both. And see how pretty and just soft and natural it looks. So on this side I have the contour, and on this side I don't. Okay, my lovely, so next thing is cream bronzer, and I do have a new item for that, which is the new Chanel Le Beige 2023 summer collection. And this year's theme is travel size. So they didn't bring any new products. They did pretty much existing items, but just brought us a smaller version of them. I picked up the shade Tan Soleil, which is the lightest out of 3 shades. I do own in the original size the Soleil Tan Medium, but when I'm at Fairest, the undertone, that reddish orange undertone it has in it, I don't love it as much. So I wanted to purchase this one to see if I can make this shade work for when I'm at my Fairest. And I can. I did already put a review out if you want to go check it out. So for today, we're going to use this. It retails for $40, only $10 less than the original size. But for someone like me, a smaller component like this just makes more sense. I'm going to jump into that same Sigma brush. So far, I'm enjoying this formula a tiny bit more than the other one. I believe they already reformulated the original to the one that is being sold now, and this travel size has been reformulated because they took out the coconut oil. I believe there's also another ingredient in the formula that is derived from coconut oil, so there is still some like coconut oil-esque product in here. But if you have issues with skin and allergies and all that, just always read your labels. That is the best advice you can take, is just read your labels. I don't have issues. Very rarely do I have reactions. So for me, it's not, I don't feel is as important. But if you are somebody who has a very super sensitive skin and there's certain ingredients you stay away from, just read your label. Okay, cloud coverage is coming in and out, so my lighting is changing. I do have my ring light here to help me out a tiny bit, but That's why lighting keeps changing. Okay, as you saw, I went in to the Charlotte Tilbury matte liquid blush. It's a newer release, so I thought it would be appropriate for this video. Now we're going to jump in to the Givenchy Prisme Libre Loose Satin and Finishing Powder. I've been wanting to try this for quite some time. I have so many powders and I'm trying to use up some of what I have. So buying a big one just didn't make sense. And that's why I kept putting it off. And I'm glad I did because now there's minis. They do have the pressed powder version of this, but it hasn't come to the US, which it's so disappointing. Okay, so this retails for $29 and for the minis, there's only 3 different shades available. The 2 Satin Blanc, which is for fair to light skin tones, and that's the one that I grabbed. I don't know if you could tell. The next one is the 3 Voila Rosé, which is for light skin tones. That one has a little bit more of a rose pink hue to it. I don't like pink powders, so that's why I skipped on that one. And then the 5 Popeline Mimosa for medium to deep skin tones. So I feel like they picked some decent shades for hopefully to cover a good amount of people's complexions. So here's what the little component looks like. I do think it's cute. It looks just like the original. It's just a mini. It does come with its own little puff, which I don't know if I'm going to be using. And as you could see, there's 4 different shades available. And basically you take out a little bit, swirl your brush around there, and then use it. You could probably use maybe just one shade, like say you want to just use this one or this one. You can, but the main point of it is that you swirl your brush and you mix all 4 shades, and that's what you use. So we are going to, I think, set the under eyes and the full face as well. So okay, I did already set my under eyes with MAC Fix Plus. I always set them with setting spray before going in with powder. And this is the BK Beauty 110. I actually do really enjoy this brush. Okay, so I am going to jump into the little, and I did pull out a tiny bit. There's some in the cap. I don't use too much powder under my eyes, so I always swirl. And then if I still feel like there's too much, then I tap it. So let's, by the way, my base is looking so good right now. I wish you could see what I'm seeing. Okay, so, I mean, it's working. A normal powder, it's not wowing me. Maybe I'll try here. Let me grab the current puff that I'm using for my eyes right now and see if I can tell a difference without using that Givenchy. It might just be too dark for my under eyes, maybe. Yeah, I'm not, it's pretty. It's doing what I want it to do, but it's not wowing me like I hear everyone else. Okay, here is what, sorry, look, I have something in my eye, but I can't see it. Okay, so as you saw, I powdered the rest of my face with the Givenchy Prisme Libre Loose Powder, and so far, for setting the face, it is definitely looking very smooth, very soft. It's reminding me of my favorite powder, which is the Dominique Cosmetics, just finish wise, like beautiful job. Now we'll see how it's going to last throughout the day. Like I mentioned earlier, I won't be able to do like a wear test, but I'll definitely leave a note at the end while I'm going through the products right before my outro. But so far so good. So I'm going to finish off the rest of the face, and then I just have one more product and we should be done with this video. Okay, now we're going to jump into the last product that I wanted to include in this video, and that is one of the new Gucci shades that they just come out with. I purchased True Pink. I don't know what's going on. I purchased this, was it at Nordstrom? Maybe Saks Fifth Avenue. They're all gone, all the new shades. Well, maybe one. Honestly, I don't know, but this True Pink, no longer available as of right now. But this True Pink is actually a very beautiful shade. I did not think I was going to enjoy it as much as I do. Now, am I enjoying this more than the original shade that I purchased, which is the Rosy Beige? I think for spring right now, yes, this just seems like a more spring appropriate shade than the Rosy Beige. Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful color, and it looks very pretty, very spring-like. And I'm glad, because I honestly thought it was going to be too much of a cool tone. Okay, my lovelies, and here is the full completed face. I think everything looks so good. Just mascara. I went into the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. Eyebrows is Give Beauty and my Patrick Ta lamination gel. As you saw, I went into this Hourglass palette. It's the Ambient Lighting Palette Diffused Edit. Since they just did that recent release, I figured it wouldn't hurt to use this bad boy right here. I love Hourglass powders. They're just so good. And for the lips, the Victoria Beckham Lip Definer in shade 3, and also the Makeup by Mario little Moisture Glow lip gloss thing. Soft Blush is the name of the shade. Oh, and for my eyes, as you saw, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Rose Gold. I recently saw Morgan Turner and Charlotte Holdcroft's top 3 in every category, and they inspired me to bring out some of my single shadows. Okay, but that's going to be it for this video. Oh yeah, my Dior Luminizer in Coral Cruise. It's fairly new, so I figured it's appropriate to use that one for today. Okay, I will go ahead and put a note down here somewhere on how the foundation wore. Also this powder, because for me, a good powder is a powder that makes my T-zone look absolutely amazing by the end of the day. So I will put a note down here on both how the foundation and the powder did. Those are the only new products from today that I had never tried before. So far, I feel like they're doing great. My under eyes are looking really, really nice. I think the powder just needed to settle in for me to think it looks this good. And then the foundation is looking so good. I feel like it might look a tiny bit makeup-y right now. No, I think it's just because my face looks so flawless, and that's why I feel like it does. But you saw how little amount I used. I didn't use that much foundation. And I think for right now, this shade 220W actually works. I can sometimes make warm foundations work, and for this one, there it is. And it does oxidize just a tiny bit, so I would say that this does match fairly decent. Okay, well that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me try out these new products. So far so good. I feel like this video was a success. The other newer products that I already did reviews on, I will keep using them. So far I've been enjoying them. So okay, but that's going to conclude this video. Okay, my lovelies, well thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea, all the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly means the world to me. So with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Okay, my lovelies, I will see you all on the next video. Bye.